Riverside, this is Baker 6. Request immediate support. Target is Yoke Tower 515. Yes, I know that's where the hell we are, but I don't expect to be here much longer. I call an artillery strike. Fall back! I'm scared. Let's go help the paint. No, don't you do that. Come on, Smitty, you stay with me. Let's go, we gotta move. Everyone, out of the ring.
Hello guys, welcome again to another video, not BTC video. Today we are going to be talking about the S&P 500, which is kind of correlates with Bitcoin as well, because it is very important to watch out for this. It's basically the general stock market out there in the world, where basically if this crashes, Bitcoin and everything else will crash with it most likely. Something like this is considered a crash. But yeah, let's get straight to the charts. So if you've been watching my streams lately, you would know that I was very bearish on the S&P 500, especially when it formed that first lower low. And then I did say on the stream, this is the bearish divergence on the S&P chart, on the 3-day chart, which actually translates to like a 15 days, so 2 weeks for it to play out. Weirdly enough, in 2 weeks we will be mid October, so the bulls are expecting, and you can see the ADX starting to go up as well. So these are signs that are, be careful, because if this does this, you will have a drop like this. Very simple. It does form that second lower high, then the S&P 500 is basically in a confirmed downtrend. So basically you can see right here, the S&P only crosses bearish September 2020, and the last one was February 2020 with this huge bearish crash that happened here. And once the S&P 500 does that, everything follows with no exception till that bottom hits, and then yeah, everything basically reverses back with it. With that being said, the S&P 500 has crossed bearish on the daily as expected. You can see the 18 and 30 EMA crossing bearish as well, and as expected you had your second lower high, which is right here. This was your first and your second, and now you have your lower low and your lower low. So this is a confirmed downtrend, 100 billion%, and we can kind of track this downtrend by kind of taking your parallel channel tool, and then just bringing this up like this and just extending it like that, and then you can see your basically your S&P 500 probably going to keep doing this movement, where it's going to basically just trend in this parallel channel until it reaches its low, which I think will be around the 200 EMA if the 100 breaks on the daily, because the 100 was the first target for the downside. Most likely in every scenario, this is where you have your first touch, and then you have your retest to the upside. I still think there will be a bounce from the 100 to form another huge lower high, something similar to this scenario where it dropped, touched the 100 EMA on the daily chart, then bounced back up, and then basically dropped one more time. But I think this time it's going to do something similar to this, where it does kind of break down more, or at least go for that 200 retest, which is around 4,137. Now, the only reason I am so bearish on the S&P 500 is because, as you can see, we had bearish divergences on the daily, which are playing out now perfectly. So you can see your price is making higher highs, but your indicators are making lower highs. So this is a bearish divergence, right? And you can see it played out perfectly. Second thing that makes me so bearish about the S&P 500 is the fact that the ADX is above that 0.23 line, indicating momentum in selling pressure, combined with your squeeze being red, basically. So yeah, this is super bad as well. And the worst thing about this is when you go out to the higher time frames, this is just the beginning on the 3-day chart, because the 3-day chart was bearish as well. And I did point that in my previous videos. I did spot this divergence, and I did tell the previous people who watched the stream about this divergence. And now it's again playing out perfectly. Again, the only thing that makes me scared is this ADX. Basically, if it does this and goes above the 0.23 line, then the the S&P 500 will most likely go below and touch at least these levels, which are very low and very scary for the market. And again, you go to higher time frames, and you can see the bearish divergences are also on the weekly chart. So very, very scary for the S&P 500. Sorry, I keep saying DXY, but S&P 500. And you can see your stochastic RSI on the weekly is just below that 20 level, that 0.2 level. So yeah, this usually just signals a bearish trend, continued bearish trend, till the DXY decides to basically roll back up. I think this will be a prolonged downtrend for the DXY. I think the DXY will reach these levels right here, around the 100-200 EMA on the 3-day chart, on the weekly chart, and the 3-day chart as well. And if you go to the monthly chart, is even more scary for the monthly, because the monthly is overextended, and you are on those highs basically. And I really hope we don't go to this level right here, which is around 2,600, because we'll probably have a similar crash to this one right here. And this is very, very scary for everything out there, including crypto. So and you can see you already have your stochastic going under the 80 level. If it does drop below the 80, then that's just continuation of downtrend. So I'll be very careful with the S&P 500, especially when it relates to crypto so much, especially when it relates to everything out there so much, not only crypto. Usually what happens when these markets do crash, when these indexes do crash, is that everybody starts selling and running into safe havens like gold or cash, up to what you think is a safe haven. People do prefer to cash out and to sell to cover their losses here. So basically, if you're invested somewhere like gold or crypto and you see this crashing, right, you probably sell your gold and your crypto just to cover your losses first, because people will have losses here, especially big companies. And after you cover your losses, you revert back again to gold or crypto or whatever that you are investing in to hedge against this, even USDT, to hedge against this crash. Now, taking into consideration the possibility of inflation, most likely people will run to gold first, and then crypto if they think it's a hedge. But if they don't think it's a hedge, and if this crashes strongly and crypto crashes with it strongly, then people might be scared to reinvest again in crypto to hedge against kind of this drop. But yeah, something to look out for. Very, very dangerous for the S&P 500. I'm eyeing that target right here for now, the 44,130 level, with this continuation to the downside. You can see we have broke our kind of, I think this was a kind of falling wedge formation, rising wedge formation on the S&P 500. Very clear actually, and you can just see it right there. And you can put it like this if you want. But yeah, it's a rising wedge formation, and we just broke the rising wedge. Usually when you break a rising wedge, the pattern or the target of this breakdown is actually the bottom of the wedge, which is coming in around 2,200, which is again the monthly 100 I don't think it's monthly. Oh yeah, the monthly 100-200 AME region right there, around that rate. So this will be probably a big crash similar to this. It will probably take some time. I don't think it's going to play out in a day or two or a month or two. But I think by the beginning of the year, we're going to start to see the signs of worrying, basically, which will also translate to crypto as well and any other market out there. So guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe, share this video with your friends. Try to make this channel grow. Follow me on Twitter for more of these information. I do post a lot of stuff there. And if you want to inquire about my private paid Discord group, you can message me on my Telegram below, my private Telegram. I'll probably respond and tell you or give you information regarding whatever you are asking. Thank you again for watching the video, and I hope to see you next time.